Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down complex topics using the original source material. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on how AI is really shaking up the world of investing.
So, with all the hype around generative AI, you might be wondering, are professional investors just asking a chatbot what stocks they should buy? Is that really how Wall Street works now?
Well, the truth is, it's not even close. For huge firms like BlackRock, AI isn't some new toy they just picked up. Nope. They've been refining this technology for almost 20 years, making it a core part of how they get a competitive edge.
The big breakthrough technology here is something called large language models, or LLMs, and this goes way beyond a simple keyword search. We're talking about advanced AI that actually understands the context and the relationships between words. I mean, they're trained on a mind-boggling amount of data. Think over 1,000 times the size of Wikipedia. So how does this actually work?
Okay, so the first major way this is used is to have AI read the market. And I don't just mean read, I mean understand. It's sifting through massive amounts of text, all the news, all the reports, and yeah, thousands and thousands of those super long earnings calls.
And this is a huge leap forward. You see, the old way was kinda clunky. It was basically just counting positive and negative words to get a general sentiment score. But the new way, with LLMs, it's about processing the entire document to get the real meaning behind the words.
And here's a perfect example. An LLM knows that in a sentence like XYZ company reports strong earnings, the word strong and the word earnings are critically linked to the company. It's not just a positive word floating around, it pinpoints the relationship that gives the sentence its true meaning.
Okay, so you might be thinking, great, I'll just use a chatbot for this. But not so fast. There's a really important difference between a general-purpose AI and the kind of specialized AI we're talking about here.
Right. Think about it like this. A general AI, like the chatbots you might use, is kind of a jack of all trades. It's trained on the whole internet to be a helpful assistant for pretty much anything. But a specialized investment AI, that's a surgeon. It's been fine-tuned on a very narrow, very specific set of financial data. Its one job is to perform a highly specific predictive task and to do it with extreme accuracy.
And to train one of these specialists, wow, take a look. BlackRock's earnings call model was trained on a specific diet of over 400,000 earnings call transcripts. That covers more than 17,000 different public companies. And all of that was then combined with 2 full decades of historical market data. It's a massive undertaking.
So, what happens when you put them to the test? Well, this chart is fascinating. In a sample of 500 earnings calls, the specialized BlackRock model was way more accurate. But here's the kicker. GPT-4, the newer, supposedly more powerful general model, was actually less accurate than the older GPT 3.5 for this particular task. So why is that? It's a pretty surprising reason, actually. It turns out, as these general AI models get better and better at being helpful assistants, they can actually get worse at certain specific predictive jobs. It really goes to show, for high-stakes work like this, a specialist tool just beats a general one, period.
Okay, so let's switch gears a bit and look at another really powerful use case for this technology, using AI to spot huge market-wide trends.
Here's the challenge. A new trend explodes onto the scene. Think about the GLP-1 weight loss drugs. Now, identifying the big pharma companies involved, that's the easy part. But what about all the ripple effects? Who else is affected? Food companies? Airlines? Gyms? Figuring out every single company that could be impacted, that's an incredibly complex puzzle for a human analyst to solve.
This is where something they call the thematic robot comes in, and it's really a story about human expertise working with AI. Here's how it works. First, a human portfolio manager defines the theme they want to explore. Then the robot gets to work, scanning literally millions of documents to find related companies. The tool then spits out a whole basket of stocks, and finally the human manager comes back in to look at the results, refine them, and make the final decision.
And the result? It's all about speed. The thematic robot can build out a really comprehensive view of a market theme in just a few minutes. We're talking about a process that could have taken a human analyst weeks to do, and it's uncovering connections they might have missed entirely.
But even with this amazing technology, it's so important to understand that the AI is the co-pilot, not the pilot. It is never flying the plane solo.
And I want to be really clear about this because the source material is too. It says, the involvement of human experts will remain crucial to any application of AI in investment management. Full stop.
And there's a good reason for that. The human role is just irreplaceable. A human is needed to define the theme in the first place, to customize the analysis using their own expert judgment, to correct any mistakes the AI might have, and to provide that real-world context the AI just doesn't have. At the end of the day, it's the human who refines the insights and makes that final call.
All right, so let's bring this all together. What's the big takeaway here? What is the real AI revolution in investing?
The real power of AI in investing. It isn't about replacing human investors, not at all. It's about augmenting human intuition with just incredible speed, scale, and precision. It's about letting the AI handle the massive data crunching, which frees up the humans to do what we do best, think critically and strategically.
So that leaves us with a final thought. AI isn't the investor of the future, but what does the future of the AI-powered investor look like? We're really just scratching the surface of what this new partnership between human and machine can do.